What's up, everybody? Welcome back to AR Movie Memos. We are about to get into the new movie review of Weapons. Weapons is a 2025 American horror mystery film written, produced, and directed by Zach Cregger. The film stars Josh Brolin, Julia Garner, Cary, Alden Ehrenreich, Abrams, Benedict, Wong, and Amy Madigan. Now, in the movie Weapons, all but one child from Justine Grandy's third grade class mysteriously disappears at the same time, leaving the community in shock and questioning what happened. All the children, all seemingly asleep, got up at 2:17 a.m., left their homes, and vanished into the night. Now, I've never seen any of the films that Zach Cregger has ever directed. I know he did the film Babylon. Like I said, never saw it, and this is really like his second big mainstream film, with the film Weapons that just came out. And after watching the movie, I gotta keep my eye on this director, and not even just for the directing, but he directed, produced, and he wrote this film. And one of the things I really enjoyed was the cinematography with this film, the way the film was shot, and especially for how he constructs this film as in chapters, so that way you get to see different viewpoints of this story and with this mystery as it unfolds. So even though Josh Brolin and Julia Garner, they are the stars of the film, in each chapter, each actor or actress in each chapter is basically the star of this film. And I love the way how everything came together, especially for the third act. And like I said, just with how the chapters are constructed, you see the different viewpoints and the angles of the mystery of the story unfolding. And as the mystery is unfolding, you get to see the character development within each act of the individuals that we see throughout the film. Because when you're introduced to Gardner, you do feel sympathetic and you feel bad for her because of the situation that she's in. Especially, there are no answers for what happened to these kids and the circumstances of everything happened. So she's the main person who's being blamed, even though she has no knowledge or no control of anything that is going on. But even with her chapter and throughout the film, you do see some of the character flaws she has as a character, and you do kind of question, well, with her overstepping some of her boundaries and not doing what she's being instructed, maybe she could have something to do with it, but you really don't know. And the same goes for somebody like Josh Brolin in the film, who is one of the parents whose son was one of the missing kids in the classroom. And you see the frustration and the pain that he is going through because there are no answers that have been given, and almost a month has gone past. And with his character, he probably has some of the best emotional scenes in the film.
About 17 kids in one classroom. I want to know what happened in that classroom. Why just her classroom? Why only her?
They're our children. I love those kids.
And one of the interesting things I observed with the writing with Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, and all the other characters in the film is that even though the movie is called Weapons, this movie could be called Prisoners, because they are all prisoners in this moment of time through different type of circumstances that you will see throughout these chapters, because throughout this film, every single individual that we come across, they are in a situation that they have no control of, and they're trying to figure a way out of it, or try to get some type of answers, or they are trapped within the circumstances that they are in. But when it comes to all the performances in general, I thought everybody gave a great performance just in general, and even with the script, I felt like it did a really good job balancing the suspense, the drama, adding some humor to it, would rather it try to be intentional or not. But I know in the theater that I was in when I saw it, it was a lot of really good crowd reactions and laughs to certain things that happened. And also, with this being a horror suspense thriller film, I thought this movie did a really excellent job kind of holding back and saving the suspense and the horror by the time, you know, it gets to the third act. So everything kind of goes crazy, but it was a really good build up that led to it. And even with the horror itself, it's not like a gore fest. There's nothing gratuitous. I thought that the director did a smart job of showing you just enough where it will be times where they will show you more than you're probably asking for, but it's not in such a grotesque or in such a repetitive way. And with everything that I am saying about this film, and I am praising it a lot for the technical side of it, of the acting, of the performances, the movie is not perfect. It is a great film, but I do have my little small nitpicks and stuff that I do have a issue with. Now, this is more of a small nitpick. Like I said, I did enjoy the script, and I enjoyed the writing in this film. I kind of wish we did see a little bit more of the parents that were affected by the kids in the classroom outside of Brolin. We do get a scene early on at the PTA meeting with everything that was going on before the school opened back up for it being shut down for the month so they could do their investigation. But I just kind of wish they showed a little bit more of that aspect, not just from Josh Brolin's aspect of everything going on, but also just from the other parents, even with some of the other staff members as well. And my other nitpick would probably be when it comes to one of the last chapters, when they introduce a huge key character which kind of ties everything together, and it's revealed kind of what everything is going on. You kind of do figure everything out, and it kind of takes away the suspense and the mystery to it, but it does play out in a really good way. A little bit predictable, depending on like if you've seen other horror movies, supernatural films, and things of that nature. But like I said, these are just more small nitpicks than anything else. But overall, I mean, as you can tell with me talking about this review, I really enjoyed this movie. This was one of my anticipated films of the year, and I feel like it lived up to the hype for the most part. I thought Zach Cregger did an excellent job writing, directing, and producing this film. Like I said earlier, there was a lot of good standout performances. And I know I really didn't really talk about the kids too much in this film, but they were good too, especially like I said in the third act, and they do their Naruto thing. Especially if you know you are an anime fan, or if you get the reference, or whenever you do see the movie, you gotta understand what I'm talking about. And I would recommend people to go see this. If you can see it opening weekend, I probably say that would probably be the best time to see it. Like I said, I saw it on a Thursday night show. Really great crowd, really great reactions, and it was a good, fun thriller horror film, especially a good film to end the summer with something like this, especially with it being a original film. And I am a big proponent on always original content and original things coming out. I know we always have a lot of IPs that get remade, or redone. It gets kind of played out, and it is good to see something fresh, something new, even though it may be something similar to other stuff you've probably seen before. But I thought this was a good fresh take on the horror and the slash thriller, suspense, supernatural genre. And with this director, I hope he continues to do more things like this. I know he's signed on to do the new Resident Evil film. I mean, after watching this, I am a little bit more hopeful and excited for that project coming out. But, you know, we will see how everything will unfold in the future. And once again, everybody, thank you for listening to this review. And thank you for coming to the channel. If this is your first time coming to the channel, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Hope you guys subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all new movie reviews, but not just movie reviews, but TV shows, and also get up to date with all the new movie, television news within the entertainment world. And once again, thank you for listening to this review of Weapons, and I will see you guys on the next review.